It's that time again!
Welcome to YDP News.
News made for kids by kids. Let's start the show!
Welcome to YDP News
News made for kids.
by kids,
My name is Karen Hernandez.
and my name is Felix Sanchez.
We have a very special show for you today.
On today's show, we are going to be doing a lot of time traveling.
We are going back in time to learn about America's most important presidents.
Not only that, we will also be exploring many African American inventors.
And at the very end of our show, we will be screening a very special documentary on Cesar Chavez.
Today's show is all about unity through diversity,
Let's start with the president that won the Nobel Peace Prize.
and that is Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt was born in 1858 in Manhattan, New York.
As a child, he suffered from severe asthma. This made him want to be strong when he grew up. He became interested in animals and history.
Roosevelt's father significantly influenced him. He was a prominent leader in New York's culture.
His father took him on many trips, including Egypt and Europe. Wow! This is amazing! Look at the pyramids!
Roosevelt Jr. wrote that his father was the best man he ever knew. His father passed away before he entered politics, but his influence still helped him greatly.
Roosevelt Jr. graduated at Harvard University and then studied law at Columbia.
Roosevelt's wife and mother died in the same week. He said, "I intended to be one of the governing class."
He ran for governor in New York and came in third.
Disillusioned with politics, he moved to the West to work on a farm. Theodore Roosevelt learned how to ride horses. He also learned how to shoot. He wrote 3 books about frontier life.
During the Spanish-American War, Roosevelt formed the first U.S. volunteer cavalry regiment called the Rough Riders.
Rough Riders, charge!
Attack! Rough Riders, attack! Roosevelt entered politics and became famous for fighting government corruption. In 1900, he became vice president to William McKinley.
In 1901, President McKinley was assassinated and Roosevelt became the new president.
He used big stick diplomacy.
By using the U.S. as a police power to help protect countries threatened in North and South America. Don't mess around with the Americas. He created the Panama Canal, a shortcut from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. You dig till you sweat.
He created the Meat Inspection Act and Pure Food and Drug Act to increase safety standards for food and medicine.
Roosevelt cared about environment conservation. He made sure land was saved for national forests and public use.
Roosevelt died in 1919. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest man to become president.
He won a Nobel Peace Prize for working to negotiate peace between Japan and Russia.
Roosevelt was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions of leading the Rough Riders.
President's Day?
I don't know what that is. Can you tell me?
Of course. Do you know who George Washington is?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a few facts about him?
Well, he's the guy on the dollar bill. He's the first president.
Of course.
And isn't that the president who invented peanut butter?
No, but you want to go learn more?
Yeah.
Come on. George Washington was the first president of the United States.
He was the president for 8 years.
He led the U.S. to victory in the American Revolution.
Stepped down as president so he cannot be too powerful. He was the founding father of America. Washington gave his slaves freedom in his will. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States.
Abraham Lincoln created the banking system.
Abraham Lincoln was the tallest president at 6'4".
Franklin D. Roosevelt was the 32nd President of the United States. He was the longest serving president. While he was the president, he used a wheelchair. He led the United States in World War II. He was the first president to talk to Americans on the radio.
Barack Obama was the 44th President of the United States.
He attended Columbia and Harvard University.
Barack Obama was the first African American president of the United States.
His father was born in Kenya.
He knows some Indonesian and a little Spanish.
He has read all 6 Harry Potter books.
I hope you guys learned a lot about our presidents. Bye.
Obama read all 6 Harry Potter books. He's a pretty good guy. He's responsible for all Obamacare, which brings all Americans health care. Not only that, he introduced something called Loan Forgiveness Program for all our teachers. What does that mean? That means if you're a teacher, the government will pay up to half your college loans. That's amazing. Being a teacher is one of the important jobs out there. Well, let's wrap up our president segment with some of the presidents on our dollar bills.
Hey, look, I got $20.
Did you know that not everybody on money is a president?
Hi, my name is George Washington, and I was the first president, and that's why I'm on the $1 bill.
I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was the 3rd president, and I wrote the Declaration of Independence. My name is Abraham Lincoln. I'm on the $5 bill, but I am the 16th president.
My name is Alexander Hamilton, and George Washington made me the first treasurer.
My name is Andrew Jackson, and I'm the 7th president.
I am Ulysses S. Grant, and I was the 18th president, and I was commander of the Union Army.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Franklin. I invented things, but I am not a president.
If I was president of the United States, I would make a law that you could have fun but not in mean ways, and so I could be famous.
If I was president, I'd let the kids have healthy food, but not junk food.
Not everyone can be Abe Lincoln, but it's necessary these days to become president of the United States. Prove you are a natural-born citizen of the United States. You must be 35 years old or older.
Appeal to African Americans. Win primary elections, caucuses, and delegates.
Attend your party convention. Rock the debate. Win the election.
Get inaugurated on January 20th.
You have to win many debates and elections to become president.
And that's because America is a democracy, which means it's up to American people.
Our next part of the show will focus on Black history.
Frederick Jones was born in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1893. When Frederick Jones was 9 years old, he became an orphan. Frederick Jones was raised by a priest. By age 14, Frederick Jones was working as a car mechanic. He taught himself electronics. He built a machine to send radio signals. To make money, he drove doctors around for house calls. During the winter, he invented a snow machine.
He put skis on the bottom of an old airplane.
He created a portable refrigerator. It was used during World War II. It preserved food and blood.
We have medicines thanks to Frederick Jones.
Yay! I'm gonna eat the medicine now.
Frederick Jones died in 1961 with over 60 patents.
He won the National Medal of Technology.
He entered the Inventors National Hall of Fame.
Refrigeration was very important during World War II.
His inventions are still used today.
In honor of Black History Month,
Here are African American inventors that have made the world a better place.
I'm T.W. Stark, and I invented the mop.
Hi, I am Percy Anson when I invented the folding chairs.
I am Tom J. Marshall. I invented the fire extinguisher.
Open it up.
I'm Augustus Jackson, and I invented the ice cream. I am Bea Jackson. I invented the gas burner. I am W.A. Dyson. I invented the shoe.
My name is Granville G. Woods, and I invented the roller coaster. Woo! My name is John A. Bird, and I invented the lawnmower.
My name is Art Darcy.
I invented the doorknob.
Those were all great inventors. I think my favorite one was the roller coaster. I like the fire extinguisher. But let's move on to some of our important African American women.
Sounds good to me.
What is Black History Month? Black History Month is the month where we get to celebrate the amazing things that African Americans did. Like Michelle Obama, she was the first African American First Lady.
Oh yeah, how about Michael Johnson? She was the first African American astronaut to go in space.
How about Wilma Rudolph? She was the first
First female track star that won gold medal in track and field.
Here's some more information about these people.
Michelle Obama attended Princeton and Harvard University. Michelle Obama graduated magna cum laude at Princeton University. She's the first African American First Lady of the United States. She runs the Let's Move campaign that focuses on childhood fitness.
Hi, I'm Michelle Obama. Please support the Let's Move campaign that strives to keep kids fit and healthy. Thank you for your time.
In 1992, Mary Carol Jemison became the first African American woman to enter space. Mary Carol Jemison graduated high school at age 16. She majored in chemical engineering at Stanford University. She went to medical school at Cornell University. She was a member of the Peace Corps.
Hi, I'm Mae Jemison. Naz and I encourage you to follow your dream, never give up, and maybe you can be an astronaut like I was.
Wilma Rudolph was a famous African American track star. Wilma Rudolph spent for Tennessee State University. In the 1960 Olympics, she won 3 gold medals. She is in the Black Athletes Hall of Fame.
You have won 3rd place. You have won 2nd place. And you have won 1st. And these women are great examples of why it's so important to celebrate Black History Month.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you for watching our video.
Researchers discovered that not only would many of the children identify the black doll as the bad one, nearly 50% selected the white doll as the one they most resembled.
Which doll is a bad doll? Which doll do you think looks like you? This one? Which doll is a bad doll?
This one.
Which doll is a nice doll?
Not only was she the only black woman in the entire program, she became the second African American to earn a doctorate from Columbia. The experiment played an important role in the Brown versus Board education case by demonstrating the harmful effects of segregation on children.
My research shows that kids in segregated schools have a lower self-esteem.
The Supreme Court went on to rule that racial segregation in the U.S. was unconstitutional.
Wow, segregation is so horrible. Just imagine if children were still segregated in schools.
I'm so thankful MLK Jr. changed all that.
That actually brings us to our next video.
Is it an MLK video? Yes, it's about the March on Washington.
This march helped us end segregation.
Let's watch and see.
A long time ago, segregation was going on at many schools.
Hey, can you read the sign? Buzz off!
I wish things would change.
Me too.
We should start a march on Washington to help this.
Let's start planning it now.
On August 28, 1963, millions of people marched on Washington.
We march for freedom! 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 We march for freedom!
Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they are not judged by their skin color but by their content of their character.
52 years later, thanks to Dr. King's efforts, we live in a desegregated world.
Isn't it great that we're best friends?
Yeah, it is.
Let's go play.
My grandmother once marched on Washington.
Mine too.
Awesome!
Let's go find out if our grandparents were once friends like us. Yay!
I am Jackie Robinson. I'm the first African American baseball player.
My name is Marilyn Briscoe. I'm the first black quarterback to be in the American Football League.
My name is Michael Jordan. I'm the best basketball player in all times.
I'm Roma Rudolph. I'm the fastest runner from the 1960s Olympics.
My name is Bobo Brazil. I am the first African American wrestler.
I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm the greatest heavyweight champion of all time.
We're the Williamses. We're the top 10 tennis players in the whole world.
Hello, welcome to GMP News. Today we are going to talk about various racist acts in the United States history and how we can grow as a country. Now live to Heba.
Jim Crow laws are laws that enforce racial segregation in the South from 1877 through 1950.
African Americans were considered separate but equal, but their status in the country was anything but equal.
The Chinese Exclusion Act was the first major law in resisting immigration to the United States. It was enacted May 6, 1882, and from becoming U.S. citizens.
During the California Gold Rush, Chinese workers were forced out of the fields to lesser jobs like washing clothes.
2 million people of Mexican descent were forced to leave the U.S. to Mexico during the Great Depression. The Mexican repatriation campaign took place from 1930 to 1939. It was the largest mass deportation by the United States.
And now final message from Mauricio.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Tune in tomorrow for a special edition episode. Thank you.
I have a dream today that all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands.
Unity through diversity.
Great things happen when people join together. You can never start practicing unity too early.
One person that brought a bunch of people together was Cesar Chavez.
Is it time for a documentary? Yes, it is, and it marks the end of our very special show today.
Let's get started by talking about Cesar Chavez. Who was he?
You know, he was a really good guy. He was my best friend. And he was born on March 31st, 1927 in Yuma, Arizona.
To a poor Mexican-American family. They ran a farm, grocery store, garage, and pool hall. In the following years, Cesar's mother and grandmother taught him spiritual practices of fasting.
In 1938, the Chavez family is evicted from their land.
I know we got evicted from our land, but after losing our livelihood during the Great Depression, we became farm workers in Arizona and California, and we could get through this.
In 1942, Chavez quit grammar school to work full-time in the fields.
Cesar, stop daydreaming. Pay attention. Where are you going?
In 1946, Chavez got arrested for sitting in the whites-only section of a movie theater. Chavez enlists in the Navy, where he serves for 2 years in the Pacific. In 1948, Cesar Chavez marries Helen Favela. Over the years, they have 8 children. Chavez works as a ranch hand in a lumber yard in San Jose, California.
In 1952, Chavez joined the Community Service Organization, CSO, in San Jose, California, and becomes an organizer in the Mexican-American community. 6 years later, Chavez becomes executive director of the CSO and moves to headquarters in Los Angeles. Chavez founds the National Farm Workers Association, NFWA, in Delano, California.
The organization is dedicated to the rights of migrant workers, including establishing a minimum wage, securing health insurance, and bargaining collectively on behalf of farm workers.
In 1966, Chavez leads the strikers.
Hi, my name is Tyler Clayton. I'm reporting from Delano, California. Behind me are farm workers. They are protesting in a march. With me is Cesar Chavez. We're marching from Delano to San Bernardino, 340 miles. We're sick of being treated unfairly. We want a raise. Back to you in the studio.
Strike ends on Easter Sunday. There they will present a list of demands. Several grape companies agreed to meet the demands and signed a contract with the union. These were the first contracts for farm workers.
2 years later, Cesar Chavez leads a national boycott against the California's table grape growers who will not sign the contract with the union.
Didn't Cesar Chavez go on a 25-day fast?
Chavez goes on a 25-day spiritual fast to protest the violence being used against the striking farm workers. On the 25th day of strike, Senator Robert Kennedy, brother to U.S. President John F. Kennedy, and himself, a presidential candidate, joins him at the end of his fast. Later that year, Robert Kennedy is assassinated in Los Angeles shortly after meeting with Cesar Chavez. In 1984, UFW contracts expire and living and working conditions for farm workers decline. Cesar Chavez declares a third grape boycott. In 1988, Chavez undertakes a fast for life to call his attention to the health hazards farm workers and their children face by exposure to pesticides. The fast is the longest hunger strike of his life. It lasts 36 days and severely weakens him.
We want justice. Haven't eaten for 24 days. We want justice.
We want justice.
We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.
In 1993, Caesar, our friend, died in his sleep. We were one of the 50,000 people that attended his funeral in Delano, California. We love Caesar.
We will remember him,
miss him forever. 1994, President Bill Clinton awards Chavez a posthumous Medal of Honor.
In 2000, California establishes a state holiday on my friend Chavez's birthday to honor him. In 2003, Caesar gets his own stamp by United States Postal Office.
In 2008, President Barack Obama calls national holiday for Cesar Chavez.
I am making March 31st a national holiday for Cesar Chavez to be remembered.
I hope this interview helped many people and all around the world and let them know more things about Cesar Chavez. Thank you.
Today's show had a lot of history. That's what we do in YDP News. News made for kids by